Welcome back to the 4 Mile Circus. It's time for episode 3 of Play the Game. It's where I go digging in the crates of itch and I pull out some beauties for your enjoyment. Starting with Bleeding Together, Dying Alone by REN'PY. Rotha? Now it's hard to easily summarise a game like Bleeding Together, Dying Alone. It's a third-person shooter. Let's start with what we know. It's a third-person shooter. It starts with your guy in a graveyard, stabbing himself in the chest with a knife, and then bleeding out into the graveyard. This then produces these columns of light, and from these columns of light spawn they're cats with spiders attached to them. That's as close as I can describe them. So they come out and start coming towards you. Behind you. And more of these columns appear. You see there's 3 now, and you start having to have eyes in the back of your head. Just to ignore the completely disturbing start, which I really like, by the way. It's a brave man that starts a game with someone stabbing themselves in a graveyard. I really like the style of it. It's slightly creepy. I can't else describe it. Once you get past the light columns, let's go again. The light columns that are look, what a start! It's just a great start. Hats off to you, Sir REN'PY. Hats off for that. Once you get past the crawling spiders, then it changes again. You start getting these tombstones, I guess, that plummet down from the heavens, can kill you on contact. But if not, start turning into laser towers. Why not, eh? Why not introduce laser towers into this already Look, they're cats. They're like cats with spiders on their back. I mean, what is wrong with your imagination, REN'PY? It's brilliant. I love it. And this is it. It gets frenetic. It gets frenetic as you fight the spider cats from Mars. This game is available for free on itch. As I say, it's Bleeding Together, Dying Alone. Here comes the tombstones now. Here comes phase 2. You hear them slam down. There you go. They slam down with a bang and then start firing laser bolts at you, of course. And you can sort of knock them down and carry on. It's available for free on itch. I was about to say for fritch on E. And you should go over there and give it a go. It's weird. The starting alone is worth your time. And definitely the invention of I'm going to die here. The invention of spider cats is something that should be lauded. It should be celebrated. Back, you foul cats! And time to die alone. All right, so there you go. Bleeding Together, Dying Alone. Go get it. Okay, next up is Martin's Magical Mess. It's by Jono. He describes it as a RPG adventure role-playing game. It's in a sort of proof of concept phase, which, if you don't know what that means, it means that it's just testing that all the mechanics work, that the idea itself works, and then the rest of the game can be built around it. So it focuses on our plucky hero here with the square head. Him and his friend are adventuring through these. I'm not sure whether it's a castle or a town exactly, and you got to find your way through, perform various tests. Now you can see it's fairly rudimentary at the moment. You've got a sword and some basic sword fighting ability. You sort of go from red potion to red potion, which are the things that heal your health. So you're constantly on the lookout for those, and most guards drop it. But I like it. I like the look of it already. I like the idea behind it. It's made exclusively by Jono. He's made it all himself. He's developing it since June 2017, I believe. And I think it's coming along nicely. This is just the start of it. You go further into the castle. I say castle, town, castle, I think. And you meet different types of enemies, different colours that are tougher. And you have to solve sort of a clue. At one point you have to go fight a jailer to cause a distraction to get everyone away from the front gates so you can escape. So I think it's important with these sort of games is to go play them for the people, give them some feedback. You know, there's a lot of effort's gone into this already, and it's just a tester. It's out there to see what people think, and if it's got any legs. Well, you know, you guys need to go play it and get it and let them know. So the combat is quite hard at the moment. You're doing everything with the mouse, so it means you can't move in and move back because you're clicking with the mouse, and you have to click with the mouse to move. So I presume if you can get the WASD keys involved in this, then combat might be quite a bit easier, where you can duck in and out. Could probably do with a block as well, increase longevity. But finding my way through here. But I don't know if that's the main driver, whether it should be these potions. So there you have it. It's called Martin's Magical Mess, and it's available for free on itch. As I say, it's a prototype. It's only been on there about 4 days, and it's made by a guy called Jolo. Okay, next game up is a game called Samurai Warrior. It's by Neo Zenon, and it's described as a 2D black and white hack and slash, I suppose. It's about the sky. A portal has opened up in the sky. Demons pour through into this world. A rocket has been set up to destroy the rift. Defend it until the fuse runs out. As you can see, it's a sort of 2D pixel styled game. It's apparently inspired by the Flash series Armed with Wings, and apparently the combat system comes from the Smash Brothers series. I really like it. I like its style straight away. There's a great tutorial. It's really cleverly done. You sort of scroll and fight your way along the tutorial and learning as you go. You can parry, you can attack in all dimensions, you can sort of double leap by doing a double jump up into the sky, and the idea is to survive for the countdown until the rocket fires up into the sky, which is quite difficult. There's the portal up in the sky that you're aiming to fire the rocket into. I really like the style of it. I really love the silhouette style. I think that's really nice. I think it's a brave move to do that, and I think it works very well. I do like the sprite animation. It's nice. The sword slash and the flying creatures as well are very, very good. And it's just a simple game to go and enjoy. I could see it could go much further, this game. You could really develop it. Power leap! I do like leaping. Leaping is one of my favourite things in it. Let me leap! Let me leap! And yeah, again, it's free to play. It's available on itch, and it's by it's Neo Zenon, his name is. So you can find him. There'll be a link at the bottom of the page. Wow! Nice little sound effects. I don't think it's got any music at the moment, so it's a sort of prototype game. And I think it was produced for the Village Bears Game January. So it gives you an idea of the time scale of it. I think I'm about to do it. You do have a special skill, which you push Q to fire, and that basically fills up your health bar. So as you kill more of them, it fills up that little blue sphere, and as that blue sphere gets to the top, you can hit the Q button, and as you'll see in a second, you can push your health back up to maximum, which is a must. I'm surrounded by them now. They remind me of the flying monkeys in Wizard of Oz, the flying things. Don't know why. But they're getting severely outnumbered now, and it just gets worse and worse. It gets more and more of them. Need a little health boost. Have the health. Have the health. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, just a few seconds left until the rocket fires. So yeah, it's called, the full name is Interdimensional Demon Slaying Samurai Warrior. There you go, I've done it. But I've been calling it Samurai Warrior. It's available free on itch. Go and download it. Okay, the final game is called, I'm not sure. I don't think it's actually been given a name, but it seems to say AI Jumper on the little thumbnail of the game. But that doesn't show up in the game itself, so that's what I'm calling it. And it's an interesting little game by Istanian, and it was produced for the 2018 Global Game Jam. Now, if you don't know anything about the Global Game Jams, they are events where participants of all skill levels in various fields come together to produce a game within 48 hours. And this is done at sort of 95 different locations around the world and involves thousands of people playing it. The theme this year was transmission, I believe. So in this game, it's a sort of puzzle. Basically, you control 3 bots. One that can power things, one that has a magnet that can pull things around, and finally one that can alter the trajectory of the laser beams that can turn them through 90 degrees. And you've probably seen something similar to this before, where you're powering up things and altering paths of energy to power up other things. So yeah, it's quite an interesting game. It involves using all 3 robots, sort of thinking ahead to work out how to power up the various doors, open them, and then free your robots. As you can see, I'm using sort of the energy robots and the magnet robots to move blocks about. I think this might work here. Pull this block out, push it in. Right, and so bot 1 needs to escape and power up other things. There you go, got him out. So yeah, you can sort of see the game. As I say, I'm not too sure about its name, but I'm calling it AI Jumper. Apologies for that if that isn't what it's called. But you really should brand up your games. I mean, it's a branding experience, and it's hard for people to talk about your game if it doesn't have a name. So again, that's by Estanian. I think it's described as an AI that must transmit yourselves between different robots in order to solve the puzzles. I won't do too much of it, so you can go and have a go yourself. As I say, it's again, it's available for free on itch, so you can download it and have a go yourself and give the man some feedback. So again, it's AI Jumper possibly, and it's by Estanian on itch. Okay. And there you go, 4 beauties, fresh out of the crates on itch. Head yourself over there and get them for free, download them for free. Have a go. If you enjoyed those reviews, hit the like button, or even better, subscribe. Go on, be a devil. Why the hell not? Subscribe. Alright, take care of yourselves.